Hey there YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Mikey speaking. I found out about another home buying opportunity which could be very great for a lot of people. They break it down into two different options, one that you do have to pay back, one that you don't have to pay back, and who qualifies for which one, and all the other details. I can't say the name properly, the Chenoa fund. I'm sorry if I said that completely wrong, but the link will be down below so you can pull all this information yourself, as well as I'm going to break down some of the information that I think is useful so you know immediately if you're even possibly going to qualify and what information is useful, in my opinion. Let's bring you to the computer. So first we're going to start with the FHA one. So the FHA is a 30-year term, 600 minimum credit score, and you have to make 115% of the median county income or less. Now, if you make more, I'm going to get into that later, you still qualify, just not for this particular one. So if you're going for 3.5% down payment assistance and you want it forgiven, because this one is the forgivable one where you don't have to pay that money back if you meet their terms and conditions, which is you have to make 36 consecutive payments. Now, reading on this is if you miss a payment, then that time just restarts. So again, you just got to make 36 payments before the end of the 30 years. And that 3.5% they're helping you with is interest-free. I wouldn't recommend to anyone anyways to miss a payment because that affects your credit score, but they're also making it where they understand shit happens, and this is a way for, basically you to still get the loan forgiven. Now, they do offer a 5% down payment assistance, but that one's 120 consecutive payments. I would still take that. It's a lot more payments where one's 3 years, one's a lot more than that. You figure it's triple, quadruple. But it's still a great deal in my opinion to take the 5% because then that's less money. That's one, while it's sitting there, it's 0% interest. And then as long as you make the 120 payments, it's forgiven. That's amazing. And here goes what I was telling you, that if you miss a payment 60 days late, but the loan will remain on a 30-year term. So basically, if you don't make the consecutive payments for any reason, the interest is still going to be 0%, but you still have multiple chances to pay it. Now, the repayable one, this one has no income limitation. So if you're above that 115%, you can make $300,000 a year. This has no income limitation. You should still qualify for it. So no income limitation. It's 10-year repay at 0% interest, 30-year repay at 5% interest. And that's going to be, they do the 3.5 and the 5% down payment assistance on this one. And you have to have a minimum credit score of 600, which again is pretty average. The other one they have here is the Rate Advantage FHA. You have to have a little bit more of a credit score, 640 minimum credit score. 50% or less for your debt to income ratio, which I got to make a mental note. I got to still do the DTI, debt to income ratio video on how people can figure that out. Okay, sorry, I had to write down a mental note. Earn 135% or less than of the county's income, and they help you with 3.5 to 5% of the payment. And you're able to lock in the rate for payback at market comparable rate. So basically, where these are saying there's 0% interest, this one will have an interest rate attached to it, but it's whatever the market's going to be. From the way I understood, I read it. So if the average seems to be 2.7, then this down payment assistance interest rate is going to be the same thing. So something interesting. It's not as good as the first two, but it's another program that's out there. Now for conventional, if you wanted to go conventional and not FHA, which again for FHA you have to be a first-time home buyer, 620 credit score, 3.5 to 5% down payment assistance. Now I wanted to just say this one's there. I didn't do too much research on their conventional one just because the ones that were actually good were the first two, the Edge and the Edge repayable, because one, they're both interest-free. The first one for people who make less money, it's not repayable. It's forgivable. For the second one, it's repayable at a great rate, 0% interest. Or if you do the 30 years, 5% interest. Anyways, that's going over this really quick. If I find out about any other programs, I'll let you know. But until the next video, have a good one. Bye.